Welcome to the podcast where we sip coffee and discuss life.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, good evening to whoever you
Wherever you are. Chin chin. We have freshly brewed coffee. Welcome to the Joyful Edit. Today, I am not by myself.
It's just this weird mystical.
She happens not to be just a beautiful lady. She is my bestie. She's my bestie. She's my bestie.
Best
Introduce yourself.
My name is Kate. I am a mindset and manifestation coach. It's all about alignment with Coco because it's all about being aligned. The stars are always aligned when we're together.
Oh my God.
Standard.
Yesterday, do you know what happened with the stars?
Explain.
All the stars. So, so new moon in Aries. I don't know if you are into this, but
Really know.
I have no choice. I'll tell you anyway. The stars are aligned because there's a new moon in Aries, and there's like one in 200,000 years. It never happened. So as we are alive on this planet, that never happened, and all the planets are it's for new starts, fresh beginnings. Like it's oomphin', you know what I'm saying? And that's the oomph. She arrived.
But what did you do yesterday? Because that's even more important.
Oh yeah.
How did you forget that's the most important thing of your life?
Yeah, I did my first Zumba class yesterday, and it was sensational.
It was sensational.
Yeah. We are here to talk about manifestation. I don't know if you ever heard that term. If you didn't, are you living under the rock, honey?
Yes,
because it's all over. But that's why we have to talk about it, because a little bit overused, don't you think?
Oh, big time. Big time. I think there's a really negative connotation around it. And people think that it's just this weird, mystical woo-woo thing. And I think that's the frustrating thing, because it's not at all. It's actually just realizing that we are the ones that create everything in our lives and that we have a lot of control over our lives. It's very scientific. There's a lot of neuroscience.
Yeah, I'm a science girl, you know what I'm saying? I'm an engineer by trade.
She is. She knows this.
So I'm like, there is the physics and there is a matter, there is vibration and there's everything. And
frequency.
I feel the vibrations now so heavily. If somebody is giving me bad vibes,
you can tell it straight away. Yeah.
I'm not having this. I'm not having this. So, could you tell us, why did you choose this path in your life? What was the first time manifestation felt real for you? When you were like, geez, I'm a creator of my manifestation and my reality is in my hands.
Okay. What, you want me to get deep? Let's not go down that story.
No, give a little bit of what happened, because there's always the low before the high.
Always. So, okay, let's go back. No, let's take it back. Let's take it back to a little In 2020, I went through a really rough time. I'm sure
everybody did, but some people had it worse than others.
I went through a really rough time. I had a lot of mental health issues. You know, she's seen me through a lot of different stages. God love her.
Through thick and thin, you know what I'm saying?
Not really.
Anyway, this is the nervous laughter. We're talking about trauma here.
Okay, sorry. This is how I deal with it.
I know.
So I went through a lot of
dark times,
psychosis, sectioned, mental health, PTSD, all of the whole 9 yards. And then all of a sudden I started seeing a lot of things about power of the mind, manifestation, mindset, wellness. And it's interesting because a lot of my friends had spoke to me about wellness. You had spoke to me so much about wellness, but I never really heard it because I wasn't ready to listen. I was just like, yeah. Like,
yeah, I was
whatever.
The power of now, all the shebang. I was in it. I was like, she's not ready to receive. She's not ready.
She's this girl. It's just so interesting.
And now she's making the dollar out of this. The percentage, because I planted the seed. Commission.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I just came across it and I really saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, let's just start practicing this. And I took a lot of accountability for my own issues. I had a lot of issues at the time. And
self-inflicted, right?
No, it really was. I was just so mean to myself. And I think we all have that awful internal monologue that can be a real, can just bully us. Yeah. And we don't realize that a lot of it is within.
Fear is your biggest bully, honey.
Big time. And I started changing things. I started actually having gratitude for my life. I started seeing things through a different lens. And then
that you get to do things. You get to be here, experience this.
And we don't
watch this cup, please, because you're going to see.
Oh, Lord.
Like, yes.
my God, thank God you saw it.
Anyway, like, yes. So,
yeah. So then, so the first biggest one was, I remember I was like, okay, let's get more money, honey. And I was like, I was really working my money mindset. And at the time, myself and my fiance,
shout out to Robbie.
Robbie, hello.
If you're watching, press subscribe.
I probably have to force him to watch this. Typical men. Sorry. Don't cancel me. So basically, we were renting this house at the time, and we were trying to buy, and our landlady had told us, okay, we need to sell up some of the house, and we're like, oh well, we're not ready to move. We're like kind of stressed out at the time. And I was like, okay, I want to try and manifest like 20k. And then our landlady had come back and said, basically, because we're such good tenants, that they would give us the house for, it was nearly 30k less than the like actual price of the house, like the market value. So I was like, oh my gosh, like what are the chances that we would get this house, perfect location,
don't have to move. You're already living in a house you're buying.
Yeah, and I had been telling myself these things about money mindset, that things will work out for us and not to freak out, because old Kate would have been like, oh my gosh, I'm stressing out. I have to find a new house now. And it all just kind of fell into place exactly how it should have. And I was just like, oh my gosh, okay, this is interesting. Like I'm onto something here. And I just started doing it more and more and more. And all of a sudden I started getting these intuitive nudges. And
so really what was the like the penny drop moment, that the belief that changed everything for you, that the one thing that you are like, oh my God, what was it?
It was realizing that, like, the power of the tongue, and that the words that I tell myself shape everything. I started doing a lot of self-reflection, and I started thinking, wait, what do I actually say to myself? Like, what are my beliefs about myself, but about my life? And I looked around and I was like, oh,
yeah.
Like it was just mirroring everything that I thought about myself, but my life too. And then literally when I started shifting that, I started speaking to myself with a lot of words of kindness. Everything just started shifting. I started getting all of these ideas, and boom, here we are.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, if you are constantly, if you wake up in your mindset like, today is going to be a shit day, guess what?
Yeah.
It will be shit. Because, you know, you're going to hit your toe, then you're going to get late for work, and then you're going to get a parking ticket, and then it feels like it's unrolling, and everything's like, and you are like getting pissed off over one thing, and then the pissed off vibe is already attracting more pissed off things to be pissed off over, you know?
It's just like a pissed off cycle.
Exactly.
It doesn't stop pissed off.
And imagine what you can do if you have like, I'm so happy today. I got to wake up today. I'm so happy. The weather is nice. Or and even I teach this to my daughter. So even if it rains and I'm always like, oh, we can't go to the park, and I'm like, girl, what makes it doing? Puddles. What are the puddles? We can jump on them. And she's like, oh my God, mommy, that's a great point. I'm like, yes.
Perspective.
Always there is something to be grateful for. 100%. So you just have to be mindful. Like, let's not get twisted, okay? Because there's always something that didn't work. And what was that? Like, what was the moment when you thought it's going to work and it didn't? And what went wrong? Like,
should we talk about the London workshop?
Go on then.
Oh, I don't know. So I had this London workshop planned. It was last June. And this was like the moment, because I remember when I first wanted to do mindfulness workshops, I was like, I will make it to London one day. But it felt very scary for me. But I was like, one day I will make it to London. And
you were not too fine with details how I do it in the role, right? You're like, it will be in London, but then what's going to happen after? How it will happen? Did you think about it? What happened? What was in your head about that London workshop?
Well, I just had this massive expectations that it was going to be the best thing ever. It was going to be like the pinnacle moment, like I made it kind of thing. And it just didn't really transpire that way. And I don't know, maybe I just wasn't on my game, because I had so much pressure. I put so much pressure on it. And maybe the participants might see it differently. So if you're watching this,
sorry,
it's just an interesting thing, how like perspective. But I just had this massive like, it's just not what I thought. And like, some people didn't show up, but it just wasn't what I expected. And I had this vision in my head of how it was going to be, and it just didn't transpire that way.
Why do you think that happened? Because if you had a vision.
it was because I had put way too much pressure on. I didn't relax. I was too worked up about it. I was too in my head. And that just shows, like, when you are
You have to let go. So yeah, there's this thing about detachment, right? Because you
Yes.
envisioned, you did the visualization.
Yes.
You had the vision for yourself. You were excited, but then the pressure of it overtook the whole experience of enrolling naturally as it should be, or even better.
Yes.
But you blocked it because you were not detached from the result. You're like, and then you see.
I really was. Like, I was just working it up so much into this huge thing, but it was like, it's fine. Like, it's just interesting because all of the other workshops I've done locally, I didn't have such high
Because it was
expectations.
locally.
It was just, and it was
And
locally.
London.
London, the big city.
Yeah.
It just felt like, whoa, like this is huge. And you were there, you saw it.
I cried. It wasn't that bad,
I cried after.
Yeah.
And I was so scared to do workshops after that. It really like knocked me for 6. But we're over that now. We've moved on. We've moved on. I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring the interview back to you.
Okay.
So tell me your experience with manifestation and when you thought, okay, well, this should, this is actually a thing,
I always knew that we carry the power within us to influence our world, our and I mean like a whole spectrum of the planet. I mean like our
Individual
experience.
yeah.
Yeah, and I always been a faithful. Always been and always will be a faithful.
You believe.
I'm a Christian.
You believe, yes.
And I always knew that there is a higher power. I'm sort of like, I was on the fence when I was growing up a little bit, when I realized that church is doing more politics than actual faith. So that pushed me away from the church. But I had the belief within me that there is something. I don't know if it's a God. You call it. Everybody calls it differently. It can be God. It can be universe. It can be higher power. It can be, you call it. We don't know at the end of the day. We'll find out someday. Maybe we won't. But I knew it that there is something that protects me, and I know that I have a power within me. Like I have been given this power to influence my reality. And that's why the joy was coming through to my life. That was the joyful edit of me. I was like, if I will have a joyful approach, I will have a joyful outcome. So even though the situation wasn't good, like I was always positive. Like I moved countries by myself. I packed a suitcase and I'm off. Like maybe I was a little bit wild and young and naive, because now me 34-year-old be like, oh my god,
I know, it's so interesting,
so
isn't
weird.
it? The things we used to do as like in our early 20s, like we just didn't care
because we didn't have this filter of this negative world that was keep telling us we can't do. We were like go-getters. We're naive, but good, because then we did this. We are here.
Let me interject there for a second. It's just interesting because I was saying this to my mom the other day. Shout out Karen. I was saying this to my mom, my poor mother. I had come back just from a season from Italy, and I was like to Mom, I'm going to move to England for a while. Like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing. Like I was just going away for the weekend, and then I'm 10 years in, 11 years in. Never. Anyway. Sorry, I just thought that was interesting because it's interesting. You don't care.
Yeah.
Like I would not do that now.
Like, because we are overthinking what can go wrong, and then we only think, well, it can go right? Yeah, exactly. I was like, I finish uni, I go, I want some pounds in my pocket, and then here we are. Yeah, exactly. 10 years in, married with a child. Hello. So yeah, that's why I think when I realized that the joy always light will always win with the darkness, and there's situations in life when you have negative people around and you are facing all these bad vibes, and I could feel it literally in my bones that somebody is just not positive. Like, I know it's a very heavy word sometimes. People say, oh, so positive. Like I have I'm not toxic positivity. When I'm struggling, I will tell you. But I'm a cyclical person, okay? We are women. I go through ups and downs every month, but I'm open about it. I will not be like, oh my God, I'm so positive. No, I'll be like, you know what? I'm having a shit day. And I struggled. My highs were very high and my lows were very low. And unlike my husband, who is like horizontal.
It's like my fella.
He puts me in a perspective like, it's fine to be happy, but when you go down, try to not be so, don't beat yourself up, because then you know that if life can be as good, you will go back there. It's like, everything is like
balance. It's all a balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
tell me, I'm sorry, I'm like interviewing you now.
it's fine. Good. I like to be interviewed.
Do you remember like one moment with the actual manifestation? Was there something that talk to us about this, the joyful edit journey, and why the joyful edit? Why did you plan on doing this?
Oh yeah, so I always wanted to be a presenter. Shout out to everybody. If
Yes.
you're looking for a presenter, I'm ready.
Like this was meant for her. Like it's unbelievable. Like I've never come across someone that could be more of a presenter than you.
I would present everybody very well. No, but with the manifestation and when I actually was very heavily like, this is it. Obviously, you have to hit your rock bottom. I had a postpartum depression, and I knew that I'm very like out of sync with every joy I have ever experienced. I was very low and dark, but it was hormonal as well. Let's not get into this. That's another episode. But then I was thinking, I think I manifested a lot when it comes to my career work, because I was going for my daily walks during lunch along the river. And I love that there's nature around, and I love the fact that I can go during lunch, have a lovely walk. Then I was like, I need to leave this job. I don't want to stay here anymore. And I was looking for a new opportunity, and I was like, I love to work for a big corporation, but I hate to go to London. Like, I don't want to commute an hour and a half every morning and back, and I will not see my child. I want something that is local and it has nature around it and is a big corpo. Believe me or not, there was the biggest HQ around the corner in town next door, and I didn't know it existed. And then I got headhunted, and I got a job there, and it's closer than the job I had. The biggest park around with the biggest wood.
This is how we do it.
Yeah. So now I'm on the journey of manifesting my creative outputs, which is presenting, which is dancing, and doing all sorts. Like, if you want to collaborate, let's do this.
Yes. But also your relationship. You manifested.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean. Oh, the love of my life.
Yes.
I literally had a notepad, because I read obviously books and stuff that you have to put an order with the universe or God for what would you like to receive. So I had a notepad. I remember it was pink. And I put a name, my future husband, and I did all this features of the person. So it's not only physical, it's going to be like I said, I want him to be caring, I want him to be tall, and I want him to be dark. I mean, literally manifested that one.
You did.
I wanted him to be like family oriented, career, everything. I'm not going to bore you with the features, but I said everything. And to a T, this man arrived. I was in a lot of situationships and I tried, but I never settled for less. And there was a man that told me nobody will be hugging you and caring for you 24/7. And I'm like,
watch me.
And I found my Shoni, and he wants to hold me, and he's there 24/7. He's a lovely husband and a father to my child, and I never settled. And I think that was test from the universe, because I actually was like, oh, maybe actually I will never get a man who is like this. Maybe actually this is what I get. Men are never like that. They are. Look at them.
Yes.
Place your order with the universe.
If you're looking for your boo, you know what to do. Ooh.
Yes. Oh, line.
Bars.
Okay. So now I'm going back to you. Can you tell us, what is your daily habit or a practice that helps you to bring the best outcome into your life?
Okay. So I wake up whatever I want, because sorry, not good. Have to say that.
Childless bitch.
Oh, well, we're not supposed to be cursing. Yeah, sorry. Beep. Beep. So I wake up. Do you know what? I've been really rubbish with meditation, and I think this is something I need to start doing more. I've been really, really bad at meditation. I am.
Why do you think meditation is important?
Just to keep grounded and to keep you in the present moment, and to keep your body regulated, your nervous system regulated. That's huge.
I think it's huge because it also keeps your head, like, it's muting the noise. There's so much noise around, and you hear, you think, you don't even, like, it makes you realize how much you actually think in your head, and then you are like, I know. Shut up, don't do this. What? You have to catch yourself thinking, and that's why meditation is like
huge. It's like we're in a very overstimulated world. Like we're constantly thinking, and we're constantly
Receiving.
looking for dopamine hits from like social media and TV and everything. Like we're never just with our thoughts. And when we're with our
No.
thoughts, we're like, self-deprecating. So when you do a meditation and you're just in that present moment, I like to do guided meditations. I don't like doing just silent.
Because then you actually hear all the...
I know, I probably should. I probably should.
No, but it's you're practicing that muscle, because when the
Yeah.
person is guiding you, then you are like,
I
focus
know
on
what
the
I'm
breath,
doing.
and then you are like, okay. You are just coming back to yourself, basically.
Yeah.
It's about being like here not being like,
now.
yesterday I did that, tomorrow I have to do this,
Yes.
shopping, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know?
Like how often do we do that? We're never really just in the right now, you know?
No.
So yeah, I don't actually do that as much anymore. I listen to subliminals. I love a subliminal. I think they're
Same.
extremely powerful. So I
What
listen
is your
to a lot of
subliminal now
subliminals.
about? What we are manifesting? What is the
Business,
background?
baby. Business and expansion. And
Oh my God.
no, business
Because the rest is
expansion.
good, though.
Business expansion and just being like at peace and happy and doing my soul purpose. And self-concept. That's a really important one.
What is the self-concept?
Ooh, that's a nice little. So your self-conception is how you perceive yourself, but also how you perceive the world. So
yes, because how you perceive yourself will affect how you perceive others. Because if you are very insecure, or you are literally putting yourself
down,
or just constantly looking down to yourself, you will be looking out at others with those
the same lens.
Yeah, it's a very bad tint, you know. Your glasses needs to be pink. They can't be dirty, you
No.
know. Because when you are looking like,
change your glasses,
get a white.
They just get savers.
No,
if
basically,
you just get a collaboration out of this, I don't even know. Oh my God.
No, because you
it's like a filter. It's a filter. You see your world through the lens of who you are. You're not experiencing life, you're experiencing yourself. That's exactly it. Bars.
Oh, I love this. Oh my God. You're not experiencing like experience life. Yes, because you show up and then you are like, if you are happy, you want to see the best in people.
Exactly.
If you are unhappy within yourself, like let's just say about body image, right? If you are being very harsh with yourself and you constantly look at the mirror and saying, oh my God, I'm fat, I don't like this, I don't like this. Apart. You go out on a night out, are you going to be there like, oh, I love her, she looks so pretty? No, you'll be like, why she's so hot? Oh, she's a bit. You'll be judging yourself. You'll be jealous. You'll be jealous because jealousy comes from the place of insecurity. Yes. And if you are secure within yourself, jealousy doesn't have space. There is no. But it's hard. I know. I know.
We've both been there. We're still going through it. Like it's a never.
It's a daily practice.
It's a never-ending thing. Like we're not perfect at all. I still have a lot of things that I'm like, trying to work on myself. But your self-concept really is everything, because it's who you are as a person. It's your identity. Like everyone has their own self-concept. Like what was your self-concept before you did a lot of work, would you say?
I was living in a victim mentality. I was a victim, and I think, I thought it's like, oh, nobody cares. Oh, it doesn't work out. Like I had a lot of things like reassurance from my parents that I didn't receive, or I received it in ways I didn't understand. And I was like, well, I just basically I was living to prove people to tell me you did a good job. Validation. Like, validation. Like I wanted them to tell me, oh, I'm so proud of you. You did so well. And obviously everything comes from the childhood, and we are the generation when we are talking about it openly and we have conversations with our parents, whether they are ready for it or not. And they are like, ooh, accountability problems. It's fine. Like healing is from getting a closure within yourself, not from the person. 100%. So I think it's the concept was very like, oh, pull me, help me, validate me, tell me I'm pretty, tell me proud of me, tell me I can do everything.
And what you said to yourself didn't really matter. You needed that from externally, right?
Yeah, because it was fake. Like I was fake to myself, saying like, you do good, you don't need them to tell you, but deep down I was like 100%. So true. But now I still have glimpses.
Oh, girl, we both know.
Yeah, Katie, we are walking through this. Yeah, but it's hard because
And then on social media, then we bring ourselves onto social media to heal ourselves even more because that's the validation need even more so.
Yeah, because the likes and it's all curated and it's fake and it's
yeah.
But we live in this world now and we want to do things and we seek validation in different places, but it's the real healing happening, you know. You have to just be like
face yourself.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror. It's not about looking in
I
the
don't
mirror.
I hated looking in the mirror. Like I was avoiding the mirror. Like but God forbid I would be naked passing through. But now I'll be like, face it, bitch. Yeah.
It's fine, man. It's 2026.
I don't think this is a swearing word. I don't swear Polish.
You see that victimhood still coming out?
No, it's justifying myself.
Anyway, we totally digress. I don't even remember what.
No, it was about the habit and what a self-concept. So you were doing subliminals?
Yes, I do the subliminals and I do that for like a half an hour. And I talk to myself with things that I want to experience in my life because your words are extremely powerful and your words
especially in your own voice, right?
Oh yeah, big time. And your words do become things, you know. So I tell myself what I want.
Spells.
It is like that's my spelling. Hello. Yeah, it is.
Penny drop
I mean, the Bible says life and death is in the power of the tongue. Like it says it right there. So I understand how powerful my tongue is. Can't get stuff into the Gen Z or like the Gen Z.
No, I don't want to clap. It's going to be too loud. Plus, what if I'm young?
Yeah, true. Yeah, so my routine is very basic now. It used to be very like.
I remember you were doing all the writing, the 30 sentences things.
Oh yeah, I tried everything. Man. I tried everything. I do scripting every morning though. I say things that I want to experience in my day. So scripting, there's lots of different ways, but for me, I will write like a list of things that I want in my day, but I'll always say it in the present tense.
And then it happened.
Like it happened. So I'll be like, thank you for X amount of clients. Thank you for, you know, a video popping off on social media, like whatever it is, or like a testimonial from a client. You know, I'll say things that I want to experience in my day in the present tense. That's what you got to do. That's the knack. Like that's what you need to do. Always speak to yourself in the present tense because your brain only understands the present.
How are you? I'm successful.
Yeah, oh, we can't take his line.
No, sorry. No, it was just you have to. If somebody asks you how are you,
I'm successful. How are you?
Yes. So let's bust some myths.
Okay.
Tell us what is the biggest misconception. What is the lie out there? What is going around and it's not true? And you are like, Kate will tell you what's the truth.
Okay. I started off my journey with very much. I know you're in the law of attraction more, but I've definitely transitioned to
Don't
more
tell
of
me
the law
who I
of assumption. I am more of the law of assumption. So when I first started,
I'm in all laws, okay?
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer. You are the law. I am the law. I make my own laws.
Shimmy, okay.
Yesterday residue.
Yeah. Steep fasting. So yeah,
assumption.
Yeah, I'm more of the law of assumption. So
Can you tell us what it is?
So what you assume becomes. That's literally it. So what you tell yourself daily becomes your reality. So your core assumptions, like for instance, I'm very unlucky. Like that's going to be your experience.
Oh, I'm skinned.
I'm skinned. Oh, don't even be speaking
that
bad
exists
things
in my
about
vocabulary.
You. No. Like don't be talking lack. Like I'm broke. I'm this and that. Okay, well, cool. That's what you want then. Sweet.
Also, I don't want. Yeah, but when people say I don't want, or it's like the message doesn't hit.
Your brain only understands.
Just say things that you want.
Yeah.
Don't say that. I don't want to be sick. You said sick already.
No, you said
I want to be healthy. I am healthy.
No, you just say I am healthy. I am healed. I feel good. That's what you say.
But it's your daily spell on yourself, and sometimes you don't even realize what you say.
No, you don't. We just say these things all the time. Like we were talking about. So you know, it's a very popular term now. She's a baddie.
Yeah.
And we were like, why do you want to be negative words? Baddie.
Well, why are you not good?
I'm a goodie.
I'm a goodie.
Like, why
I don't think mom is good. Like, wow, it's so weird. Like, there's so many
negative connotations.
Yeah, like you fall in love. Why are you falling?
I never thought about that.
I want to grow in love. I want to fly in love. Why we are falling?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Or like,
I want you so bad. Why do you want me bad? I want to be good. Be good with me. Don't be bad.
Or like there's a lot of words that are like very like I always like weekday. Think about the word weekday.
Oh my God.
Or good morning. What do you do? Isn't that weird?
Oh my God.
Good morning.
Rising.
Hey.
Oh my God.
You said it very Nigerian.
Oh
though.
my God. She's coming through. It's great.
I'm getting in touch with my Nigerian side.
Oh my God.
Isn't that right? Or like weekend. It's like weekend. So you're week for the week and then it's the end of the week. Weekend.
Let's just have a good rising, yeah?
A good rising.
What?
The child.
Crazy. So what is the misconception?
Oh yeah. This is what happens with us. It's not new. You're getting a glimpse into the friendship.
Yeah.
So I would say always needing to be super high vibe, super positive all the time. Like I used to be very fearful of my emotions, so I'd be terrified of feeling bad. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to attract something really bad into my life.
Oh, stupid.
It's not human, man. Like we have ups and downs, peaks and troughs. It's a normal, it's a human experience.
Especially
It's okay. Especially as women and their hormones and everything. Like it's okay to feel your feelings, but you don't have to attach negative meanings to that. You know what I mean? Like often we'll feel rubbish and then we'll be like, see, just life sucks and blah, blah, blah. Like we'll add these really negative wordings to it. It can just be like, I feel awful, but I'm still an amazing woman.
No, you can say, I am having a bad day.
This is not a bad day.
I am not bad. I am not sad. I am not it. I'm experiencing this today and tomorrow will be a better day. You know what I mean? You are not your emotion.
No, you're not.
You are experiencing this and it's fine. Like give yourself a break.
Give yourself grace. Like you're literally living in a very overstimulated world and like a lot of things being thrown in your face, especially at the moment. So give yourself grace, man. It's okay
we need to give we need to give ourselves compassion we want to receive, you know? And if you don't give yourself compassion and you will be constantly like, oh, I should be positive. I should that's so toxic and it's so not natural.
And I used to be like that and I can totally hold my hands up and be like, I have to be positive all the time.
Oh, so
and
tiring.
I was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. No. Can't do this. It's actually affecting me too much. It's doing the opposite.
Yeah.
Of what I
intended. Even to the level like when she was getting a cold and she's like, I'm not having a cold. So I was like, oh, I'm stressed because then I'm fixating about having vitamins. And then you definitely get stressed and then definitely get sick because your body is like reacting to the
counterintuitive. Doesn't make sense. So that's what that'll probably be one of the biggest things. And that it's like a woo-woo thing. Like it's not a woo-woo thing. There's just so much scientific evidence. Like Einstein talks about that. I'm pretty sure he's kind of a smart guy, I think.
He was. I think so. I think he had some actually achieved things in life.
I'm not sure, but I think
the man knows his shit.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's there's so much neuroscience around it. It's very much about the mind. Like your mind is the one that controls everything around you. It really does. We're only ever experiencing our mind.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? This is interesting.
Oh, God.
I was reading a book about quantum physics. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to neuroscience. I just love it. It's weird. But did you ever think I would say that?
Never in my life. I just read a book about quantum physics. Oh my God. I just signed up for a math degree, you know, because I love that. Anyway.
I turned into a nerd.
Okay, so what did you read?
Like you actually don't see out of your eyes. You don't see your eyes. You don't see out of your eyes. It's your brain constructing the images and the light to perceive an image through your world.
Yes.
You know, and nothing is actually fixed until you observe it.
I know. Everything is just like vibrating. Actually, this car is not stable. Like
nothing is fixed. It's just matter and atoms and molecules, and then when you actually if you were to look at it through like a microscope, it's just literally energy that's shifting in and out.
Colorful things flying around.
Mad.
And then you attach the meaning to it. So you are in charge, honey.
Yeah, literally. It ain't that deep either. Like there's like your world is so malleable. Like it's constantly shifting based on you all the time. It's based on you. So if you're in a situation now and you're like everything is going wrong and life sucks and like why me and what's going on, I'm telling you, things can shift so quickly. If you could just a slight change of perspective and be like, you know what, I'll get through this. I got through something before, I'll get through it again. I'm telling you, that energy and just saying those things and reassuring yourself shifts everything. Like how many times have you been there?
Yeah, because things are happening for you, not to you. Because when you are, for example, in a situation that you hope for something and it doesn't work out,
Blessing.
Trust.
Blessing.
Because there is something else that is meant for you. This would stop you from achieving something
100%.
better. You don't know. Maybe at the moment you feel let down. You envisioned yourself doing this. You thought this is your best case scenario. But what if?
Just what if?
There is something else coming. You just have to trust, because it's like when you place an order with Amazon, right? And you are like, I order, and you just move on, right?
Yeah.
You trust they will deliver. So do the same. You just trust it will happen for you.
Yeah.
You don't control the timeline. Maybe there will be traffic. Maybe they will have the low carbon delivery and they want to put all the parcels at the same time to save the planet, right? Maybe this is it. Maybe universe is saving the carbon dioxide. You never know. So you just have to trust. I think it's all about trusting on this biggest plan, because this is our soul journey on this, in this body at the time, you know?
Yeah.
And we're just here to experience the best case scenarios. Honey!
Yes, honey!
Yes!
Can I say something?
Of course.
I have this weird, we've spoke about this before, about the universe and God. I don't like saying the universe. And I don't know. I just don't like it. It's almost like I want to give appreciation to the creator, not the universe. Talk to me about this. What is your... I remember I was telling you about the crystal thing. I don't like that either, any of that stuff.
I do.
I know you do. I know you do. And I don't... Maybe that's something for another day.
No, because
I grew up as a Christian.
Me too.
Oh no, you did, yeah. And I think that there is like this thing of like New Age, and I don't like being associated with the New Age stuff. I really don't like that. I don't know why. No judgment whatsoever. I just don't know. Maybe it's because of my Christian background.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
am Christian and I believe in God,
Yeah.
and I believe in the higher powers, but the higher powers created universe.
I know, no, it's
So
true.
that's the same thing.
But I almost feel like, oh, I'm going to give,
You give away your power to something, but then you say, like, you can argue that though,
I know, it's true.
because then somebody's like, why are you giving your power away to somebody up there?
Well, I believe that God like works through us.
Exactly.
Like, I genuinely believe
because
God works through
we
us.
are given the power to we get to do things through. We are all one. Yeah, let's just establish this. We are all connected. We are one source, and he is the source. She is the source. They are the source. The powers are the source, and we are showing up here in this body.
Made in his image.
It's our soul path. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are all one,
yeah.
but we are having different stories to tell in those bodies, and we have only one reason to be on this planet, to have the best experience and to learn. We don't want to sit and chill. We are here on this experience is to learn, and we are moving forward, and we are learning, we are experiencing, and this is not for us to figure out,
No, it's not.
It's just to honor it and actually use our superpowers, because we are superpowered.
We are super powerful. And you got to remember there's a lot of distractions out there trying to keep you away from that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of negativity, and you just got to be careful what you're allowing into your consciousness.
Space.
Yeah. Very much so.
Because people sometimes they are your mirrors, and they want to show you your darkness, the dark shadows in you, and then they try to dim your light. They try to...
It's not even that though. I'm talking about like the news and all like that, like certain things on social media. There's a lot of negative news just being shoved in your face all the time, which distorts your perception, that?
And that's easier to control. But people who are scared, people who are not like happy within themselves, not safe,
Well, constantly in fight or flight, like stressed out about things that are going to happen. When you actually, if you look around you, a lot of us, if you're lucky enough to be in a safe situation and not in conflict or whatever, we're so blessed. Like if you look around you right now in this present moment, like there's nothing going on. It's the news really a lot of the time that's putting all this fear on us. So be careful what you're putting into your mind.
Yeah, be careful what you're consuming.
Yeah, because
eyes, ears
can bring you down a dark path. And I used to be very fixated on things like this.
Yeah,
that was a big contributing factor.
Anyway,
yes.
To wrap it up very nicely, can you tell me what does a joyful life actually looks like to you right now? The joyful life.
Okay, the joyful life. What does the joyful life look like to me? Having peace, man. That's so underrated. Just being peaceful in your mind and in your space and in your environment. having healthy relationships around you. That's really important.
Yeah.
Especially your partner. Like that's, shout out to Robbie Bubby again. He's just like my peace. He's my sanctuary. He's my therapist. He's my everything. He's my financial advisor. He's
mortgage advisor.
He's everything. And just like having good friends, like good women in my life are so important to me. Women who are like
lift you up,
who lift me up, who hype me up, who scream my name from the rooftops. And
well, I wouldn't go that far.
Shut.
I'm not going on the books.
I like to be around people who are also like in the creative space. I think that's really important to have other people who are like-minded and who want to do things with their life and who are go-getters.
Yeah,
I like that's really
because
important.
you are a summary of 5 people you surround yourself with.
It is important, so you got to be careful.
That's why I'm so deep and I shake my booty. Because I'm a summary of 5 people I surround myself with.
There you go. She loves booty shakers.
Yeah.
I think that's what about you, Claudia? I want to bring that back out to you. What about you?
The joyful life actually looks like to me, I get to move my body. I get to be healthy and be able to express myself through dance, to be healthy and energetic enough to spend time with my family and enjoy my daughter and have time with my friends and fill all the cups, you know. Obviously not at the same time because let's be realistic, but I feel like having those cups filled with the joy and this, like, do things that matter to me.
Yes.
And share it with others and tell them that it's okay to let go and not fill one cup in order to fill other, because you know, life is a journey and just make the most out of it because you get to edit it, right? You do your little joyful edits every day. So let's add those edits.
Edit. Yeah.
This edit is always yours. So thank you so much for joining us. Follow Kate. Can you tell us where you are?
Okay, so I'm on TikTok, my main platform. We've got Instagram. So alignment_with Coco. Koko.
Coco.
Yes, that's where you can find me.
If you want to be aligned, I will put the link down below. Oh my God, I always want to say that.
Thank you. Bye.